On today's episode of WatchJRGo, we are back at the abandoned mini resort, and today things start to take, well, a lot more shape than they were a bit ago. What is going on, guys? I am WatchJRGo, and today, like I said, we are back at the abandoned mini resort, and right behind me is the new bathroom vanity, which is just about together, but Eric had to flip the back over. Is it stuck?
No, I'm just trying not to
break it. Okay.
Knock it off.
I'm holding. Keep going. This is a multi-hand job. All right, we got it out. Here is version 2. These are, is this another North Point? I think it is, right? Fancy. So these were made in Wichita. They're all hardwood actually, and they lock together. And not only that, but so are all these. We have kitchen cabinets. And ignore those LEDs. I'm very upset about them. We'll talk about that in a minute. So Kelly and Eric came up here and installed all of our kitchen cabinets. They look awesome. They're all soft close. Check this out. The handles, did you order the handles?
Not yet.
Not yet? Well, they're gonna be big stainless steel handles. Everything soft close, like I said. A little hard to open right now because it's hard to grip things without handles, but it looks great. Eric came up here and did these butcher block countertops, which are just normal old butcher blocks from Lowe's, right? Menards. Hey, it worked out. The barn sink's in. We're ready for faucets, and it's starting to really look like a complete house here. So once we get this vanity put together, we've got a top right there. And in this stack, we also have the nightstands. We've got our IKEA bar stools here, which are actually pretty comfy, and they perfectly match the most expensive chair you can possibly buy at IKEA. And we do have 2 of those. For some reason, the only thing that was actually comfortable and looked really good was this. So we went ahead and bought them, and they feel great. And it looks good. Man, they already have the pocket screws drilled and everything.
Yeah, these are probably the easiest cabinets you can buy,
that are flat packs.
And they're good. There's no particle. It's all
all real wood. We definitely planned on IKEAing all these, but these are local and they're built better. And does this have soft close doors too? Probably.
One way to find out.
Only one way to find out. Oh, look at that. Even the bathroom. All right, we got a lot of building to do today. We're gonna just get everything done we can. And you're ready for some help? I got you. You want to put it in first and then drop the top on so we can drill the holes?
I have to put in the corner
brackets
and build the
fillers. That makes sense. We've got our lock. Eric found this at a pawn shop. I think I usually pay like $250 each for these locks. And we got the same one for $179. No, $130 from the pawn shop. We have the lights for outside. We're gonna do those this weekend. We're gonna build all the rest of the IKEA furniture, and we're gonna talk about why the IKEA LEDs were a terrible choice. We got the bathroom prepped for the vanity. Now we have to locate some holes for our water and our drain and our outlet there for the toe kick. And Eric is throwing the drawers in. Man, that does go together pretty well. I also like that these adjust all the time so the drawers kind of float.
They never, they would.
We've learned 2 unfortunate things about IKEA at this point, because we were gonna IKEA everything in here because it's super common all over the internet. That's what you see, is everybody just IKEAs everything. And you're like, wow, that looks great. Well, it turns out everything they sell is actually junk unless you buy the most expensive thing in the store. So the chairs, we had to go to the most expensive. The stools, basically the most expensive, most well-built. Cabinets, we just gave up. Send it home. And we did buy Nordleys for some drawers at the end of the bed for people who need storage when they stay, and also the nightstands. And the second most unfortunate thing about IKEA that we found is that the long LED bars, which this is what I use in my house. I use a ton of these. They're HomeKit controlled. You can, dim them with just a quick Hey Siri. It's amazing. Then we decided we'd buy longer ones because we were going to do the entire toe kick all the way through this house in those mitt LEDs. Well, when you go to the long ones, they become these weird pod things with light sensors that don't stay on. Look at that. This is absolute junk. So if I put it up in the toe kick, it will permanently shut itself off, and there's no way to override that. That should be a switch. Like, I don't understand. If that was a switch, I could pull this off. It would look okay. It looks okay. Not great, but okay. And of course, it doesn't say anything on the box about these only working if they're in a drawer or a closet, basically. So, unfortunately, we get to tear all of these LEDs back down, return them all. My switch for the toe kick lights, all of that works out great. I love it. But unfortunately, we have to bail on this plan and start over. I cannot believe all of their LEDs aren't linear strips that are really nice like all the rest. All right, we got all those LEDs packed up, saying goodbye to those. It was a good old college try, that's for sure. But in here, we did just finish sliding the vanity in. This was a crazy thing. You guys can tell by how tight it is. I'm not trying to show you that much air there, but
something nobody wants to see.
you can tell how much of a nightmare it was to get in there. We had this thing up on its end, holding it in the air, and then we were able to get the door closed, and then we were able to put it in. So now we just got to drill some holes, and we'll be ready for final install. Here you go, dog, just send it. I already got the bit set up for you. Well, I've been outside finishing up the lighting on the deck. Eric just dropped the countertop onto our vanity, and that is looking really good. This is real granite, guys. So we got some nice granite countertops. We're ready to grab a faucet and a P-trap, get that hooked up, which will change the game in the bathroom. Get our giant lighted mirror up there. Next thing solved, and put some LEDs under it for some toe kick. You want to help me untangle 90 foot of lights?
No.
It's not fun, I can tell you that. We're also getting them all mounted into the side of the house, so drilling a bunch of pilot holes. I mean, let's go out there and look at it. The IKEA furniture.
Which one would you rather do?
You know, I don't really care. I've done them all. I'm pretty fast at them. So that's come on. I use the same ones in my house. I buy the things that I already know are the best. Even for these lights, even though they're cheap Amazon junk, these were like $100. I went to all the restaurants, figured out what style they were using, which cord style, how they hang them, the cable system and all of that, and then we just went and copied it because obviously some contractor would have charged those restaurants $4,000 to do this, and we're doing it for 140 bucks. So we are a little long. Eric and I measured, we figured we needed 90 foot of lights. I think these only came in 97 foot strings, so we did what we could. Obviously the outlet will be right there here in just a minute, but I gotta start the lights there and then do my zigzag, and hopefully somehow I gotta put a bunch of extra lights somewhere. I'm not sure where, but I'll try to do a little flip and add a couple extras, maybe on the middle string or something like that. But we got enough. We sure have enough. We just have to get all the cable up. You can see the eye bolts are already in. Just a quick drill with a 3/16, throw in those eye bolts, and we're making progress. Back inside.
Fills it perfectly.
For just a second, you can see our bar. So you got a place, a little space to eat, work, whatever you need to do. Chill zone, sleep zone. I'd say this place is well laid out. Now we just have to wire the oven. That sounds like a job. Another big project done, one we were waiting on for a long time, and now I kind of wish I would have used it to close off the front of the deck and make the ceiling feel a little bit more complete, but also, you know, it does kind of work like that. If I just would have gone between them as well, I don't think we had enough. I don't think we had enough to add a whole, and I don't know how we would engineer that, right? You can't just do squares, that wouldn't look very good. You got to do the triangles. So we did the triangles, and I think it works. Anyway, later tonight, that will probably look amazing. And the sun's out, so hopefully it'll soften the cords and kind kind of help them fall to where we want. Eric's in here IKEAing it up while I was doing the outside. He got the first of the nightstands built, and that one looks really good. So now, round 2, ready to rock and roll again. And then we have another one to build that's gonna sit at the end of the bed that has a ton of storage. I'm gonna put this lock on the front door so we can stop dealing with keys. And we have a pest control company that we started with from literally like as soon as we had the house all put back, all the siding on and the sheetrock up. And they spray outside to make sure there's no carpenter ants. That's a big thing around here. And they'll also spray inside as part of our service, but they couldn't get in. So we gotta have a code lock for them. The furniture building is complete along with the new lock. Of course, we've got our Yale Assure lock that matches all the other ones we usually do. Soft close drawers on everything, check it out. Yeah, buddy. And we got a bed, we're gonna put the shelves up in a minute. We would put some locks on, but we decided to change it up. We weren't gonna put a lock on this, but now we're gonna lock everything. The bathroom will get a lock, this will get a lock. Everything's gonna be able to be locked. I'm finishing up the wiring in the bathroom right now. So here in a minute, we'll be done with all that. And Eric's gonna actually mount this countertop because this one's just kind of floating on there. Well, we didn't have toe kick before, but they finally sent it. So Eric just went ahead and shot all that in, which makes the cabinets look much more complete underneath. When the LEDs go on, it will look super nice. The countertop's mounted. It's lock day apparently. We got this lock in, this is in. Patio lights are looking awesome, and we got all of that done. We're gonna go to Lowe's, buy some faucets here in a minute, so we might have all the water done. That would be nice. Obviously, all of this looks great. We just need to mount our IKEA shelves here. We don't know where we wanna put these yet. They're probably gonna go above that chair. We really wanna put them right there, but we just can't decide what our game plan is yet. So, I made a huge mistake right here. I gotta tell you guys all about it. Let's see if we can get rid of the scan lines. There we go, now the camera's happy. So we have an outlet behind our toilet for the bidet. Obviously all these outlets are GFCI protected at the breaker, which is nice. That's a lot easier than putting in GFCIs for sure. There's an outlet under there for our toe kick lighting. We've talked about that before. And outlet behind the toilet, and outlet back here that'll have a round plate for the lighted mirror, lighted heated mirror that's gonna go here. And of course, this is supposed to be a switch. Shake hands with that switch. Anyway, the problem is this is always on power from the breaker. I don't know what I did. I cannot figure it out. This is all switched power. I brought all the lights into this box, so if you ever need to work on anything, you get a nice big junction box. It's deep, and it will also hold anything that hangs on the wall, and of course it will pull forward right to where we need it, so we can get all that looking nice. But what happened was, the wires from this that are supposed to go from the switch up and down or something, I don't remember what the game plan was. Maybe it was just gonna do the toe kick. I really don't remember how we came up with this plan. Maybe it's just gonna be an outlet. Maybe that was the real plan, is we were gonna put an outlet there. Hold on a minute, I didn't mess this up. I was convinced that that was supposed to be a switch. It's supposed to be the countertop outlet for you to plug in your hair dryer. And of course it's not supposed to be switched power, and that would make the toilet turn on. The light switch is gonna turn on the mirror and the toe kick light.
Oh, okay.
Guys, I was about to pull in new wire. I thought I made a huge mistake. I was like, this is unbelievable. How did I mess up so badly? Of course you have to have a countertop outlet. So all I have to do now is shut the power back off and stick an outlet on there, and we will be good to go. The bidet will have power, your accessories on your countertop will have power, and this switch here will turn on everything else. And that should take care of it. I was really trying to figure out what I did to make the outlet under the sink go up to here, but it goes on the lighting circuit. Duh. Eric just shot this corner on here too, which looks great. Glued it on, same. Outside, we had to do even more outlets today because I didn't have an outlet up here for these guys, of course. We had all this set up, so there was switched power outside. You can see the lights turn on and off, but we had to add another outlet with a waterproof box, so that, an in-use waterproof box too, so you can leave it hooked up all year. That looks better, guys. We have power on the countertop where it belongs. And all that's left is buying a mirror and finishing up that last piece. So, hopefully now we're heading to buy some faucets. And Eric just finished up all of the toe kick and the trim. That's really a key. And I guess go put that other vent on. Is there a touchdown? Nailed it. So we just got back from dinner. Toilet seat got a little wet. Good thing that oven's there. It'll get cleaned. And it started pouring rain. It was totally unexpected, very unfortunate, because both saws were outside. Luckily they were under the eaves. I do also think they're fine because they were under the eaves, but it is raining. We also went to Lowe's and we're about to install all of this. So we've got plumbing in the bathroom. So we've got our new Kohler Maxton sink. We've got a new sink over here for the kitchen. Another really cool, the Kohler Ealing tailpiece.
The whole P-trap kit.
And we had some barbecue and it was great. So let's turn on some lights and let's get to work. Well, the main thing we wanted to do this weekend still is not done, which was hooking up those light switches. Well, getting those light switches actually back in their box. We went to try to get the box that we needed to wire the lights above the bar top here. And that didn't work out either. We needed a box that would fit in there, and they didn't have a double gang shallow box. So that didn't work out very well. We do, however, have the other door handle here. So Eric's shooting that in right now. Bang, bang. Another door finished. And then over here, of course, we got our faucet in. We're loading up all the towels, take everything home. And this looks really good. Well, this faucet is, all of this is too nice for what this house is. It's crazy. Everything's Kohler. Everything's the best. Like, that should last forever though, I'll give it that. Anyway, we got a vanity, we got a shower, now we got door handles. And of course last night, Eric put up our IKEA shelves. I know I usually try to stagger these a lot more, but we simply don't have any room here, so there wasn't a lot to do for the stagger. We did a little bit of zigzag, and that's how it's gotta be. Now we can start filling it up with the fake plants and all the other stuff we're supposed to put up there. Like this. Perfect, look at that, decorations. There you have it, another update on the lake house. The finish line is so close right now, so close. It's put this kitchen sink in, do a little backsplash, put the garbage disposal in, hook up these drains, and I think it's looking really good. So obviously we'll take all the tools out of here, and we're taking a lot of stuff home this weekend as well, because we need it in the shop. But furniture, a bed, heat, the heat's in defrost apparently. We got DF up there. We got some artwork. Labeled the water lines so we know what's going on. A lot of electrical got done. The GFCI breakers finally got hooked up. I should bring the blower out here and blow off the daily leaf accumulation. Leaf City over here. And of course our awesome lights outside that look incredible in the house, outside the house. This was a good call. You can see them from the road. That is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop WatchJRGo.com for cool shirts like the one I'm wearing under this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. And I will talk to you next time. I do have some time. I could finish this up.
What's DF mean?
Defrost?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
What's that?
The heat pump like shuts down and heats the coil up to something insane and then dumps water everywhere. It's pretty cool.